sound really gross today.
Dude, me too. My face is leaking. I can't stop it. I've put my allergy drops in, which I finally have gotten, which do help.
Well,
We've got to update everybody on our general well-being. Otherwise,
if
how
we
would they
don't
know?
start every episode talking about our orifices, it's not the Witch Bitch Amateur Hour.
No, it's not. You found the wrong place.
You go somewhere else. Go, as we said in the first episode, go to the fucking professional hour.
Oh, did we say that? God, I've got to listen to that episode again.
Very aggressive.
Mm.
Yeah. We made it everybody else's fault that they chose to stick around.
That I believe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. And then we jokingly called it the Witch Bitch Narcissist Hour.
Did we? Really? Yeah. Interesting.
Oh, goodness. So I guess what we're saying is if you're sensitive to the occasional sniff that can't be edited out or kind of logy sounding voices, go away.
Yeah. Sympathize with us for a second. Yeah. How's that?
Yeah. You go sit in a pile of ragweed.
God, literally, it's everywhere. I'm kind of, because I don't just want to cut it down, because it's still pollinators, they're still into, and it's what's the fucking point? I can cut it down it's everywhere I walk right now. So what is the point? But it's seriously, if I step on my porch, the tree line surrounding the whole house is sprouting with ragweed. It's in the tree line. And I'm just you cock.
I've been playing a game as I drive. I'm playing, is it ragweed or is it goldenrod?
Goldenrod's the pretty one. They look pretty. Yeah. They look different. Yeah, it's the fluffy, pretty one. And I love to see I see goldenrod. And I'm
there's so much out here.
I know.
There's one field that's it's a football size field. Football field? I don't know sports. I'm not a dentist. But it's that big, and it's just nothing but goldenrod.
It is. Well, listen, I'm going to let you in on something that I've kind of been going through solo. I've kind of been convinced a little bit that a matrix shift has hit East Texas. And I'm going to tell you why.
I hate this.
I have lived here my fucking whole life, especially my childhood. And I remember that was
my whole life. Especially my childhood.
Well, I moved away for a little bit for college and then Dallas, but it's my whole young and adolescent life, I lived here in this spot, and fields would get full of yellow flowers, but I don't
remember goldenrod?
Goldenrod has never been here, and I'm pretty sure it was butterweed. Instead.
Yeah. It was.
It was a totally different flower.
Yeah.
And I'm really freaked out about it because, but here's the thing. That can't be right because I'm pretty sure butterweed blooms in the spring. But that was the only yellow blooming flower we used to have. And now I've not seen butterweed hardly at all in the spring. And now all of a sudden, it's always been here because it's literally everywhere. Goldenrod exists and everybody's acting like it's normal, and it's not.
I'm wondering for myself anyway, how much is confirmation bias, because
we did just talk about it.
We did talk about it, and I've never really paid that much attention to it. So now when I see it, I'm like, I know what you are.
But I have. That's the thing. It's so recognizable. It is so loud and gaudy and wavy and whatnot. And it's just it's new. I know it's new.
Pop off if you're from the East Texas area, or I guess maybe this is the South United States in general. Where is it all localized to? I don't know. Tell us your goldenrod story.
It's everywhere.
I'm thinking mainly the Southern U.S. because what I'm talking about today is native to the southern part of the United States.
Oh, is it?
America. Oh, yeah. And I guess maybe that's a good jumping off point. What are we talking about today?
I'm talking to you today. I'm unpacking a very confusing goddamn name. But I'm talking to you today about Bumblebee Jasper.
Whoa. The stone?
Yeah. The stone.
Okay. I'm very excited. You did write me earlier today and you were just no one knows what this is or what it's called. And I'm very confused.
Yeah.
And I'm going to talk to you today about Beautyberry, which is a little bit hard for me to say.
Beautyberry.
Beautyberry.
Cute.
Beautyberry because it is I'm continuing on with this fascination of being able to walk out and see plants and be like, I know what you are,
Yeah,
much
sure.
like the goldenrod. I know at your place, as well as a lot of places in East Texas in particular, it is sprouting with beautyberry. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I'm pretty sure I do. It's the purple berries, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
Those
just
things.
look I love them. They're great for keeping mosquitoes away.
Hey, you just took half my topic.
Oh.
But before we get into topics, we do have some announcements per usual.
Yeah, we do. Listen up. We did some thinking and we decided that we want to extend the Prince sales, the beautiful fall Halloween spooky cornucopia print. You'll see it as the album art. Please go to our socials and see the whole thing or go to WBH Print Shop because it's cropped a little bit. It's so beautiful. But anyway, we're really leaning in. We're in year 2 now of making Halloween a really big deal. Like we had the monster episode last year, like the big special, and we really want to lean into that. So we were like, you know what, this is like our kind of Christmas holiday season, whatever. So let's extend the merriment. And while these prints still will be gone forever, once this date closes, we were like, you know what, we'll extend it. We'll lean into the Halloween festivities, the Halloween season. So the prints are going to be available until Halloween. So if you're hearing it now on the spooky sode, and when it comes out, you can still get yours. And yeah, that's that. Hopefully it gives everybody a little extra time. I know things are tough right now. But yeah, just, lean into the Halloween spirit a little bit.
Because if there was ever a time to get a print, it's the goddamn Halloween print. This is the Wabah Spooky Hour after all, or what? The Witch Bitch Spooky Hour, whatever. Fuck it.
And so I think it's just a good move, and we might do this every year, because like the other ones, we like to keep those 2-week windows, but maybe the Halloween one is because we do like Halloween's our favorite. It's like that one gets to stay open, and it's open, a longer time than the others.
Can somebody like take the part of Elf where he's like, Christmas is my favorite, but like edit me and Macy in and change it to Halloween?
And it's preferable if it sounds like dog shit.
Yes, and looks like dog shit.
Yeah, it's like poorly
MS
done.
Paint. Yes,
yeah,
yes. Before we go any further, today's very allergy-filled episode is dedicated to our patron, Lillian.
This one, I have this song on the brain because it might be what I do for Coven karaoke. I'm not sure, but here we go. And you know what, Lillian? I'm not going to explain it. And I'm here to remind you of the mess you made, Lillian.
I love when the shout outs are seemingly very accusatory to the patrons.
Yeah.
I'm here to remind you of the mess you made, Lillian. So thank you very much, Lillian.
Yeah, thank you
for encouraging us. Let's see. Also, I guess this doesn't really count as an announcement. Wait, we were done with announcements. Whatever. Next week is big.
Big boy.
Coming. The Spooky Sword.
Big boy.
Where we will not only talk about spooky things, we're going to talk about listener spooky things. Yeah, we did a spooky thing out at Texas Scareground, which dudes, by the way, if you're trying to get in the Halloween spirit, you want to go do something, you want to see an extremely well-crafted spooky house.
Yeah, go. Texas Fairgrounds.
Asses over there. Information
Mineral well
down. Yeah. Which, by the way, you know what is crazy, Macy? I found that crazy water in Brookshire's. I sent you that picture.
How weird is that?
Yeah,
I'm starting to believe that this show is bending reality.
We're having a lot of weird coinky dinks.
And it just seems to happen. What did your mom think? I personally found it way too soft.
Well, I'm a child. So first off, the crazy water from Mineral Wells Springs, whatever. What's the town called?
Mineral Wells.
Mineral Wells. They got the crazy water. It's it's the healing waters, and they have it in different levels. So the one, it has the least amount of minerals, and 4 is max.
I drank the 4.
You drank the 4, which the lady behind the counter politely told you that it could make you shit your pants.
If I drank more than one.
Yeah. And then I had the 3, which said, she said had no adverse effects, and I really wasn't looking to shit my pants. But mine was tolerable. Like I was, yours was more of a medicinal.
It was
thing.
rough. It was kind of slimy and soft, but I'm like weird about soft water. I don't like soft water. It's like, it's like the moment I pick it up, I'm like, that's soft and I can't drink it. It's gross.
You know what?
I can't do it.
It's funny that you say that, because I do notice that anytime we've ever gone anywhere and drinking it or feeling it, like in the shower or the sink, and that's how you say it every time. That's soft.
It's gross. I don't like it. You don't get as clean. And I'm very spoiled with our nice well water that's like the right level of hard, like in between, like it's good hard, like hardness water,
Yes.
And so it's like when I go to soft water, I'm just like, am I bathing in mucus? I can't tell. Am I drinking mucus? Am I bathing in mucus? Why does this feel like slime?
Grody. But Mom sent me a picture. She said she was enjoying hers, and I said, how is it? And she said, first of all, she sent me a picture of the label, and it says it has lithium in it. And then she sent me the list of things that lithium does.
Yes.
And she said, sweet Jesus, I'm healed. So that's all I know. Oh no, she also said it tasted slightly unusual, but
it is. Did she get the max or the less than max?
She got the 4, the max.
Yeah.
I saw someone on Facebook say something like, I am not from Texas, but is scorpions in your bed normal? And then
that
the
was
comments,
a whole fun thread.
The comments were like laughs in Texas.
Yeah, just like, oh, honey. Yeah, it is.
You're lucky if you don't poop one out.
Well, dude, and so far, man, this has been a light year. The past couple years, it's been wet here, and which is they haven't been coming in needing to look for water as much. So far, so good. I don't want it.
Okay, all right. Tell me about. I don't remember.
I'm going to talk to you
Jasper.
About Bumblebee Jasper. Which, listen, I'm going to just write up at the top. It's not a Jasper. It isn't. It's not a Jasper.
Great.
It doesn't contain any quartz, which is necessary to be classified as a Jasper. And instead, some people say it's an agate, but that's looking like it's not really true either.
Great.
So it's one of these topics, So technically, it can't be classified as a Jasper. I'll break that down in more detail later. We'll get into that. And since so many disagree that it's actually not an agate either, because of it's the way that it's formed and what it contains, that I saw that some people places, whatever, referring to it as Bumblebee Stone. That's what I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it Bumblebee Stone because nobody knows. No, it's not a Jasper. And so that's
B-Rock.
Yeah. Well, a lot like Barack.
Oh. I was thinking like like somebody named Brock.
Yeah. It reminds me of J-Rock.
Oh, yep.
You know what I'm saying. And so anyway, it's also a new stone to us. This stone was discovered in the late 1990s, baby.
Ooh, what?
Yeah, bro. And so there's just debate all around. It's new, and so it's still like being kind of decided what it is. So that's why I'm just going to call it Bumblebee Stone, because nobody really seems to know. And those who say that they know disagree. So stone, because who knows? Anyway, I think in the episode we could call it like Bumblebee Jasper parentheses stone, or Bumblebee Stone parentheses Jasper. But
let's just get on everyone's nerves and call it something really off base.
Yeah,
like Bumblebee Quartz Rock.
It has no quartz.
Yeah.
So I learned I didn't know any of this. Don't expect me to know any of this geological information I don't, but here I'm going to break down to you how Jasper works. So Jasper is actually a variety, and I meant to look it up before I started this. I've meant to Chalcedony.
Oh.
Chalcedony is what it's Chalcedony. I see it all the time when we do these stones. I always mean to look it up. I never do. And so, but Chalcedony, as I'm going to call it, which is probably wrong, means kind of more or less like like microcrystalline quartz. If you want to like classify quartz into like general terms, there's microscopic or submicroscopic crystals. And like the microcrystalline varieties of quartz. So these different types, for instance, like in this microcrystalline, you have like agate, jasper, chrysoprase on it.
Me?
I know, I don't know. And it looks like petersite. and in fact, so Bumblebee stone is calcium carbonate based, and the recognizable band, which have you seen? You got me one. Do you know what it looks like?
Yeah, baby.
It's beautiful. I love it so much. To me, it's one of the more interesting looking stones out there. And the colors, these beautiful yellows and blacks and whites and grays and sometimes oranges, just really, really cool looking colors. These bands come from different minerals. And what's really cool about Bumblebee stone that I did not know is that it comes from one place on Earth.
What?
Just one, man. And scientists like aren't super confident about finding another one, And granted, I will say that I saw 2 places out of the shit pile that I combed through that said that there's also some in Australia. But when I actually tried to search into that, I couldn't find anything about that. So I don't know. I don't really know about that. All I saw, the main shit that I saw over and over and over again was that it comes from, or it originates from the island of Bali, which is located in West Java, near the active ass volcano of Mount Papandayan. So this volcano is in Indonesia. So the way that this forms is really interesting. And so it's volcanic. It's a volcanic formation, and it takes place in these cracks. And apparently these cracks are known as fumaroles. And so when the earth cracks like this and this happens, steam and like gases can escape. And sometimes these cracks can hang around for a really long time. Over 100 years, like they could be there for a really long time. And some could just like go away, so it's not like a set timeline. It's not set in stone, like as to how it all works. But these cracks, fumaroles, they can open up near active volcanoes and they seep out gas and steam and shit from the earth. And these big cracks can collect rain. And so that makes them kind of become these natural hot springs because, again, these are cracks near an active volcano. And in some of these cracks, all these soils and ash and silt and other sediments and whatnot that come with the rainwater can liquefy into these hot springs and begin to boil. And so eventually this can turn into like a sludge, like a kind of a gray sludge type mud, like an ashy mud. And then sometimes it can become like colorful, like these colorful pools of these minerals. And it's like made up of all kinds of different things, such as sulfur, arsenic, gypsum, your volcanic ash, things like that, these other minerals. And so these pools eventually cool down. And that's when, like with a lot of volcanic, if not all of them, like volcanic formed stones, that's when the true formation takes place. And so the way that they're mined is that miners take these small tools as well as big machinery, and they extract the stone from these solidified mud pools. So it just kind of like, in short, big volcanic cracks form over a period of time, a long time. Mud and ash and sulfur and arsenic and gypsum and all these other minerals and shit wash into this big crack, and it bubbles and it gets all hot and then cools over time, causing the like crystallization or, the formation of the stone. That's how it happens. That's how it's made.
Whoa.
And so that's why you get the beautiful colors. And that's why it looks like it's all bubbly. You know what it reminds me? It looks like Jupiter. The way that it looks is that when you look
Drops
at
of
close up,
Jupiter.
I was singing that earlier today. When you look at it and you look at like up close pictures of Jupiter and how the bands aren't like clean cut, but they're like swirly and bubbly looking, that's what it looks like. And it makes sense because I mean, this was like a bubbly mineral hot pit, and that's how it formed. And something that I want to mention that is it seems very important. I saw it in a whole bunch of places. So again, this includes arsenic and sulfur. Both of these things can be toxic. They can be harmful for the skin, especially. So when you can handle these. I mean, like if you have they make them in spheres, like I have the little tumbled stone. It's just encouraged to wash your hands afterwards once you're done.
Whoa.
Yeah. Just because, and like oftentimes they do have like kind of a coating on them or things like that. One thing I did see is that if you drop it and you break your bumblebee stone, like
then you buy it.
Don't keep it. It essentially, that is allowing the escaping of sulfur and other trace, like arsenic, things like that. Because when it's sealed up and has its like coating on it, sure, still wash your hands, still be careful. But when you crack it open and things can flake off, let it go. Don't hang on to it. So another really interesting thing, wait, here we go. So in regards to it being found recently, I couldn't find the exact date. I just know the late 90s. I think I did see one place that says 99. So we're talking like this is only like 30 years-ish in our awareness. Very, very new. And it was interesting. I was combing through forums like on different gym sites, and some of them were, older, like, like 2012, and like that's still a good bit out of like the late 1990s, but it's really still not that long. And there was so much like commercial confusion on it, and it was new. And so it was like hitting like the gym show circuits, and there were all these people debating like, what is this? I've seen some people call it this. I've seen some people call it a calcite. I've seen some people call it a jasper. I've heard some people say it's toxic and it has sulfur in it. What is this? What is this thing? And I was reading this forum. It was very, very interesting, of like these like gym traders and whatnot who were like trying to figure it out back in like 2012. And then eventually, and they were like, well, what about the toxicity? Do you know about it? And nobody knew about it. And some guy like came through like a champ and tested it and posted the mineral inclusions, including big arsenic, man, and so, like all of it. It was fascinating to like see it being picked apart, and it's still happening now. They're still not really sure how to classify it because there's not really a classification for it specifically.
Y'all figure this out. Come on.
Yeah, this is not my job. I shouldn't be having to do this.
I just want to know if I can make a Yanni egg out of it.
Oh, geez, don't. Oh, God. Oh. Oh, my.
That's what they call me. Old arsenic. Never mind.
Oh, arsenic crotch.
Yep.
Listen.
Sulphur Snatch.
Oh, that one's good, though. I like that one.
It's like a hero.
I like that one a lot. Yeah, that one's good. I would take that as a name.
I'm the Ew.
Just be like a weird, neutral, like kind of gray superhero. And
it's like the Silver Surfer,
Snatch.
But ew, gross. And you steal things.
Yeah. It's not vagina focused. It's literally you snatch things. You're a thief.
It's
you
what we
also
call
smell like the depths of hell.
Oh, gross. Let's move away from this.
Well, we sure can. So listen, it's so on the Mohs hardness scale, it's decently up there. It's a 7. So this means it's pretty durable, and also makes it to where it's highly carvable. It doesn't crumble really, and you can find it carved as in so many shapes. It's in spheres, it's in obelisks, geometric type shapes, like spiritual geometry kind of type shapes that I don't know the names of, palm stones, and really pretty much anything like that. It can also, the high grade, the gem quality bumblebee stone can be used to make fine jewelry, and they're gorgeous, like just set in very beautiful, like fancy settings and whatnot. The banded colors are just really, really beautiful. And it's interesting because it's like there's no antique versions of it. It's like so many other things like garnet, like there are ancient pieces of jewelry that feature that, and it's just like there's not any. There's no old, like, at least not outside of. I'm not for certain if, like, of course, the local people as to where it comes from perhaps had noticed it, but like commercially, like in England and shit, there's no historical like Victorian pieces of this, and that's kind of cool.
Weird.
Yeah, it just doesn't have the history.
Huh.
So I really can't express though how gorgeous it is, or at least how gorgeous I think it is. It looks like a pour painting. Like how like you do like, and they're always real like bubbly and cool looking. It looks just like a pour painting to me. How like the bands all swirl together, and it just almost immediately, dude. Like after you gave it to me, and especially after I researched it, it has just like shot right up there, like near the top, like with Tiger's Eye. I just love it.
Whoa. I'm glad I'm glad you don't throw it away because you think it'll kill you.
No, I'm never like that. And it here we go. And it can be a good bit pricey, like even for small sizes and whatnot, and depending on the grade, because again, it's really seemingly only found in one place, which classifies it as a rare stone. This isn't like calcite to where it's just all over the planet. It is from one place, and that gives it a rarity, which also to me gives it an air of like a respect that it deserves. Like it should be cherished because it's like a gift. It didn't even show up until like 30 years ago. In the grand scheme of human history, it's very new. It's also very dangerous to mine because, again, active volcano. And these things just really add to the layers of like this uniqueness and complexity that can be thought about when you work with the stone. So on that note, let's roll into the metaphys.
Oh.
And with that, it's important to remember how the stone is born. It's a volcanic stone, meaning it's bursting with energy, with warmth, and it came from a very energetic creation. And so it's a good one if you're needing to just kind of hum through your day and not get pulled down and by influences that are perhaps lowly or negative thoughts, low thoughts that can just kind of plague you throughout the day. And like when I was just looking into it, my brain immediately just went to like how I felt in my cubicle, like in my corporate job, surrounded by people I did not understand and who did not understand me, and just how negative it was every single day, And of course, that was before all of this spiritual shit showed up. But like, I just was like, that would have been nice. Like that's like the scenario in my mind. I was like, that's like a Bumblebee stone moment, And this, you can bring one with you to kind of help aid in not being brought down by all of that. And again, I wouldn't just hold it all the time unless you're like washing your hands, but like you can carry it with you. You can keep it in, like a pocket. You can keep it in a desk drawer. You can just keep like a little sphere and keep it on your desk, and it's just always there. But, it's something that you could perhaps bring into offices and whatnot. Like if you work in an office that can be a bit toxic and stressful, just to kind of bring it in there with you and have it near you. This is largely due to the fact, so Bumblebee stone is incredibly effective and useful when you're working with your sacrum and solar plexus. And it has that kind of that warm energy that flows really beautifully into creative and self-love work, because it's important to remember like how the sacrum and the solar plexus impact the overall self. So like your sacrum, which is out of the 7, I feel like it gets shelved a lot. It's not as cool as like the heart or like as like the third eye,
Yeah.
And it's immensely important, especially when it comes to your overall like creative and expressive drive. So your inspiration, emotions, understanding of emotional self and how it's impacted and how it reacts. This all lives there. So in theory, if you're using a stone that positively impacts these centers, it will make it easier to get through your days without letting negativity and emotions throw you off course. And also when you rope in the ties to the solar plexus as well, which is super tied to self-confidence, outward expression, self-esteem, and also really importantly, a sense of control over yourself and your life. So when you pair those two together, it makes sense. It's like, of course, it's something that it seems like you could carry with you, if you do believe in this kind of stuff, to keep you elevated and not getting brought down, because it will strengthen up those centers to where it's like you won't even care to be brought down by it. And if you are one to partake in like affirmations, I was thinking about this as being like a good one to use. If you hold it, again, wash your hands. But like, if you got like, I was like thinking, I don't do affirmations really, but like, I was like, that'd be kind of cool, like hold a little bumblebee sphere and like run through your affirmations. And it's there for that self-value, the confidence, the creative type affirmations, things that you want to focus on in that way. And it could be something that you could add into like your affirmation, I don't know, routine. Do you like say them in the morning? I think people do that. I think some people do that. I don't know. I don't know how they work. Whatever you want to do.
Know.
But if you want to use Bumblebee, you do it. And every time that your app, Charlye, sends you an affirmation 48 times a day, you could just pick up a Bumblebee stone, look at it, and then wash your hands.
You know what's funny? After that weekend when I was telling you all my affirmations as they came through, because I don't know if we talked about it in the episode, but I have an affirmations app that pushes notifications, and it asked me how many I wanted a day, and I wasn't thinking, and I did 13, which is too many affirmations.
So many.
So every time it would pop up, I would tell Macy what my affirmation was. After that weekend, it disappeared.
I feel like my attitude towards it made it stop.
Uninstalled it from my phone.
It was just like, oh, okay.
Oh, I guess I'll shuffle off, because everything it said, Macy was like, that's stupid.
Well, because some of them were particularly lazy. Like I remember you read a couple and I was like, what is that? That could mean anything. Like that was so lazy.
Yeah, some of them are like, I don't know. They were like, remember to open your eyes in the morning or something.
Yeah. Like I remember one of them, you read one and I was like, that could be from a Chinese buffet fortune cookie. And they don't care about writing those, And so I think it was the quantity v quality that I had the issue with. So over and over and over again, in that to kind of carry on with the same vein, I saw this as being a great option and aiding in creativity and creative work. And I can see that. Like the little tumble stone that you gave me is the happiest damn thing, dude. Yeah. Like unapologetically. It just is. And in looking in like the little swirling bands that make up the pattern, the bright colors and the bright yellows, and it just all blends together. It just screams like inspiration. You can almost scry into it. It's so neat. And I was thinking
watch your eyeballs afterwards.
Watch your eyes, just drops. And if you're between projects, so I do this a lot. Like, if I finish a sewing project or like right now I'm in one and I'm waiting on parts to come to finish it, or like notions, whatever they call them. And I'm waiting on those to come in. But it's like, I know when I'm done with this, I'm going to really kind of want to figure out my next move, my next creative project. And I fall in gaps sometimes, where if I'm not careful, months will go by. And it's not necessarily that I don't want to, I just get too busy. And so it's like between projects, you can perhaps like incorporate Bumblebee Stone with you, and you can maybe meditate with it or whatever. And regardless of the medium that you work with, maybe the stone can help work out what your next creative endeavor is going to be. And what's also cool is that it seems to inspire, create, or a continued inspiration and focus. So it just kind of keeps you humming, keeps you going, and will help hopefully focus and complete the project that it initially inspired. So if you're wanting to kind of do this, if you want to work with it and to try to aid in the inspiration of your next project, this can be via meditation. You can place it on your sacrum or solar plexus. Again, be mindful of the minerals that it contains. You can include it in a crystal grid. You can pair it with a tarot spread. You can place it next to your runes or cards to like charge them with the energy that you're wanting to focus the question to or the message to. Really, it's kind of however you prefer to work with crystals. I don't do tarot or cards, but I do like to include them in my spell work. And I will sometimes surround my runes with certain stones that I'm like, all right, hey, this is kind of the vibe we're working with, I'll do that. But I do like using them in magic, like in my spell work. And I like to arrange them in my like workspace and arrange them around my tools and my candle or incense, whatever it is that I'm using. And to me, it's just like charging the spell with the intention of the stone, which is easier for me to swallow because I do continuously ride the fence on crystals. I always do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will believe 1 second and then doubt the next. I respect that people believe that they work. I don't disbelieve that they do. It's my own personal thing of like, yeah, but like, how much, like, it's not going to change my life. I don't believe that for a second. Like I don't believe that I'm going to pick up a crystal and it's going to change my life. I don't. But I do think that they can be used as tools and as additions. And the way that I can work with them in a way that I can rationalize and not feel silly about, because that matters. And, like, it matters. You want to go into spell work and be confident with your tools instead of being like, well, I guess I do this just because, I don't like to do that.
Yeah.
So
am I an angsty middle schooler?
Yeah, like I don't that's not what I'm here for. But in this way, I'm kind of like tricking myself. Sort of, because the way that I see it is that I'm adding the intention of what I believe this stone should do. And so it's still coming from me. And I put the stone down and I'm not necessarily telling it the specific purpose, but I put it down in a grid and I say, you go here, you do this. And that's the difference for me. If I'm telling it something, even with my like talismans that I wear, like I take them seriously because I wear them specifically for a purpose. But at most, I feel like they lend their energy. Again, it's a catalyst. It's an addition. I don't believe in a lot of it, the strength to a lot of things come from what you put into them, and some people work with crystals and they are hugely important to their practice. And also that could be because of the belief and the confidence that you put into them in your work. For me, they are sidekicks, which are important. And I don't do a spell without them, but never are they really ever my stars.
Yeah, I agree with that. They're always something that I think carries forth a little bit of intention, but it's not my main. I wouldn't identify as like a crystal witch.
No. Yeah, I like them. I love to collect them. I love using them, but I don't believe that the incorporation of of using, for instance, like Moldavite. Do you remember that? Do you remember when Moldavite, like 3 to 6 months ago,
Took
was
the world.
everything? And it was like, you get Moldavite and it will change your life. And I was just like, I didn't even want to cover it. And I never selected it. I was like, I'm not talking about this right now because I think I just don't, I just, it would have not vibed well with me.
It was very, very trendy, I think. And I think a lot of the, how do I say, I don't want to say powers, but the effects that a crystal or a stone is said to carry. I feel like a lot of that was being presented in a way. I'm looking at you, Witch Talk, being presented in a way that was like, this is guaranteed to do X, Y, Z, and I think it's very special. I mean, it's a fucking space rock.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't get me wrong. But I do think a lot of it is you bought it thinking that your life is going to change. So you will find something to notice that is drastically different, or you'll just believe that you feel different.
And also that always comes back to me with the whole, what do you call that? The, shall please placebo, the whole placebo effect, because if the placebo effect worked, didn't the spell then still kind of work?
I agree.
I'm on the fence,
Yeah, and that's what I mean. It's like I go back and forth literally a million times a day. Like if any conversation I have about crystals, I'm always like, like back and forth. Like, I don't know. But I do think that they can be useful. I do think that they can be tools. I do relate to some stones very strongly, and I can feel them, like my tiger's eye and my tiger's eye trios. And like when we did the chakra balancing photos where it was like real time when they dropped all through those trios in my hands and with the patchouli and all that other stuff that it was interesting, it was like, well, that's kind of, but
that was compelling. That was compelling. It was compelling. I forgot about that.
And so I do believe, but it's my scale of belief. I guess what I'm trying to say, to wrap it all up, I believe in crystals, but my belief as to like their whole ability varies and oftentimes stays pretty conservative and like as to what their power is. It's like I'm careful with them. I think that they work. I use them in spells. I use them when I need them. I need to charge them and take care of them a bit better. But if I had to pick my sole weapon to like use in cleansing my body, or things like that, it's not that.
And that's fair. Look, we're all different. We're all practicing in different ways.
You all got your tools.
Yeah. And that is in no way a slight to somebody out there who operates mainly with stones,
Well, I think some people have the ability, and that's the thing. I think it's just what comes natural.
Yes. Yeah.
Like
it's ability based. I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna be better, doing baking than I'm gonna be at painting, and you're gonna be better at painting than you are at worrying about things all the time, like I do. So
well, it's not. We all have not effective, and that's the thing, and. It's like something that I think about, like when I think about Jordan, to where it's like she is a beacon. She is a medium deluxe, but that doesn't mean that you and I aren't,
Right.
and just because some people really have their finger on the pulse of whatever things are, it doesn't mean that they're not real, and I've seen some people just like work with crystals and it's like, geez, y'all are dialed, y'all are working together, and so it's like, that's what keeps my belief going. But I think my own skepticism is what keeps it quelled. It keeps them in the supporting cast instead of the front runners.
So what do you think, because I know this without even having to ask you, but correct me if I'm wrong, you are definitely pulled more towards like an herb. You're more probably going to be more trustful and maybe something like that than a stone. Like if someone said, so what to you sets that different? What is different? Is it that it's like it was more recently alive, or
it's an understanding? And that's the thing, and again, it's all about that. Just like how some people naturally will just like touch a crystal and super vibe to it. I feel herbs and vibe to herbs, and I understand them, and I can intuitively work with them and know. And I don't do a spell without making an herb blend. It either is going on a candle or on a disc or both. Or like being sprinkled around. And so it's like, that's just my vein, and if crystals it's just like tarot. It's not that I don't believe tarot isn't real. I know tarot works. I know it does, but it's just when I touch it, I don't feel nothing. There's no tinglies.
I don't feel nothing.
I don't feel nothing.
My feelings broke.
Yeah. But like when I touch my runes, I feel like I might just leave my consciousness and, like it's just to each their own.
And again, there's even a little subsect of within all of that, because I do like cards. I have handled some decks. I've owned some decks, and I've really tried my best to work with some decks that like I just didn't feel it for. But like the deck next to it gives me, gives me the shakes. Yeah. So same thing with crystals. I'm sure that, anyway, I feel like we're really digging a hole here.
Well, but my one thing too, that one thing on crystals, and that does truly that I'm kind of unmoved on is beyond the skin, I'm not using them for medical reasons.
Oh, frankly, I'm like that about a lot of this. I think it is a good helper. I think that a lot of it can be preventative. Sure. Herbs is a little different to me. I feel like that does have more of medicinal because there's actual chemical compounds within that.
And evidence, like a lot of evidence.
Right. And that is where medicine, came from, is the funguses and the things that grow, blah, 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 blah. But it definitely is in the supporting cast. I'm not going to not use it in addition to my like prescribed medication.
Right. Yeah. I'll mess with it, but am I going to solely? No.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Yes. Disclaimer.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay. On that note, let's talk about Beautyberry.
I want to hear about it.
Beautyberry, also known, well, I guess not also known, but correctly known as Polycarpa americana.
Cool.
Polycarpa americana. AKA beautyberry, American beautyberry, French mulberry, and sourbush.
American berry. Stay away from me.
Yeah. Okay. Sour bush didn't take it as much as I thought it would. I can't believe American
Sour.
sour
You're
bush.
right. You're right. I just kind of missed it. I
Collie
feel like that's right up there with Sulphur Snatch.
No, sour bush and sulphur snatch coming at you. Is that us?
Yes.
Can I be sour bush?
Yeah, because I think I already remember saying that I was super into Sulphur Snatch.
Collie carpa is from the Greek words for beauty and fruit, kalos and karpos.
It makes me think of soto sopa.
Oh,
You know, in South Park, I don't know if you keep up with any of the more, it's not even that recent. It's like 7 years old now.
whoa.
But when they redo, like, it's basically the slums. It's Kenny's house, and they build it around Kenny's house, but it's gentrification is essentially what they're doing. And it's Soto Sopa is the name of like the shopping district. And of course, Randy is all involved in it. I'm
oh
pretty
my
sure.
God.
Or I feel like it's at
Randy.
least the same voice for Randy that's doing the ad voice.
Randy is really the breakout star. I feel like
They've really made him a front runner.
It took him about 13 years to get there, but he really
it's his.
Came out,
it's his now.
So the element it's associated with is water. The zodiac sign is Scorpio. Planetary association is the sun, but also Venus, because the deity is Venus that it is tied to. As should not be a sock. As should not be a shock, because it is called Beautyberry.
Yeah.
All right. So, as I said earlier, it is native to the southern USA. But it grows these beautiful berries during the later part of fall and even into winter. They're a beautiful, deep purple color, and they're super vibrant. Like, you can really see them, especially like up against the green of the leaf. They're easy to pick out, and heavily used for landscaping.
They're beautiful, and they're rocking and rolling right now.
However, they're not deer resistant. So deer actually go bananas for it.
Cute.
They love it.
That's sweet.
Deer is one of the main ways that these seeds are spread. So if you're looking to do your house up and you're in an area like Austin or other areas out here that have a deer problem,
they're going to eat all your beauty berries.
They're going to eat your beauty berries, and they'll come around and it'll attract them, and they'll probably end up eating all the other shit. So, but you might have a lot of wild beauty berries next year. So that's pretty cool.
There you go. Yeah. Shitting all over your lawn.
Oh, yes. Hey, listen, don't have a lawn. Can we just all band together?
Don't have a lawn. Get a, yes, please. Just get a, well, it's stupid because some fucking HOAs don't allow it. HOAs, listen, if you want to hear me go off, if you want to hear me go on a 40-minute rant about the worst thing I could imagine, it's a fucking HOA. I can't, it is to me, I refuse.
Nobody wants to be in one. It's just like, oh, I like this house. Let's get it. And they're like, oh, by the way, it's an HOA. And you go, fuck.
Yeah, you're forced. And then you got to pay for it and you don't even want it.
Yeah,
and you're paying to be bossed around for something you fucking own. It's your, I can't. I can't go down this road. I will talk about it for hours.
Let's have a TED talk. Let's get Macy on a live, give her a couple of drinks, and get her talking about HOAs.
Give me a little bit of bourbon, and I will change into a different person. My name will be, I don't know, fucking Nancy or something. I'll change, and I'm gonna completely flip, and you're gonna hear me go on and on on about how absolutely unjust I find HOAs to be. Plus, they're bad for the environment.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. Well, it's because of them that a lot of the whole lawn shit and the lawn movement and all of this stuff, like you can't have weeds, like things like that. That's HOA bullshit.
Listen, let's all just switch and have moss yards or clover yards. Okay.
It's great, dude. I have a mixed weed yard and it's hardy as fuck.
Yeah. And listen, if you're not into like the shrubbery, like the abandoned house look, because I feel like that's what the HOA is in place for, is so you just don't have like these huge tall weeds.
But they take it too far because people get drunk on the power.
Oh my God. Then there are tons of little weeds that are nice and close to the ground and you can mow and all that kind of shit. But
I want to tell you it's the quickest story, and it makes Hunter sound much more volatile than he is. But in reality, it was just the most well-placed line ever, comedic value ever in the world. And this was when his parents lived in a house that was like it was a different house, and it's a house Hunter like largely grew up in. And we were over there one day, and it had the HOA people that would ride around on the golf carts, and they're just like looking, they'll get out with their rulers and measure your grass, like drunk on power.
God.
Like these are like nobodies that literally have a small smidgen of power. And like for instance, his parents tried to replace their privacy fence, which is like the rules, but then they got in trouble because they like didn't get written permission from the two neighbors to replace the privacy fence. And so like, I mean, like that kind of, it was like an absolute batshit HOA run by crazy people. And so this, you can hear, it's like, it was so comedic, dude. It was like straight out. It was so dry. There was no other sound. And out of the distance, you hear like a golf cart engine coming, and like me and Hunter were just outside, and it's like, he comes into view and is like looking at the house and whatnot. Oh. And as he's leaving, Hunter, without any emotion, without anything at all, in the driest, most like best in show way, just went, "I'll kill you," and walked off. And I've never forgotten it. I've never forgotten it. It was so funny because he's so nonviolent, but it was just like, and it had no feeling. It had no actual emotion. Just, "I'll kill you," and walked off.
I was really expecting you to say something. I was really expecting something like, "Get out of here, punk," or something.
No,
but like,
no,
the absolute extreme,
calmly violent, and he never says shit like that. I just remember for a moment just absolutely lose it, just being like, "Oh my god, dude!" It was so funny.
Oh, he kind of takes the cake. He takes the crown when it comes to little sassy remarks like that.
Oh, and they're quiet. They're not usually loud. Yeah. And he'll just sneak them in when you don't expect it, because usually he'll hold his tongue and just let other people talk. But sometimes he'll surprise you and you're just like, "What?"
I'll kill you.
I'll kill you.
Oh my god. Okay. So Beautyberry is not deer resistant. Let's see. They are, however, naturally a repellent for a few different types of bugs, fire ants being one of them, but most notably mosquitoes. Not that they're a huge issue for us right now. I am guessing in the southern hemisphere, I don't know. I guess there's Beautyberry down there. Maybe that would help with those, what they call them, mozzies, which is adorable.
That's cute. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, because I've always heard, and I know you're gonna go into it, that the leaves are what help with the mosquitoes. Like you can kind of break them in your fingers and use that. And the leaves are out and about in big time mosquito season, at least here, because I thought that was appropriate. Like that's when they first start emerging, and that I noticed them. I feel like is in like June or July, and they're leafed out like throughout all of mosquito season.
Well, Macy. Yeah, you're right.
Great.
You want to just do the rest of my topic? Anyway. Yeah. Okay. So there's actually interesting information about the repelling nature that it has, but I'll get to that. So the berries that I had always just assumed were poisonous, and I saw several people online say the same, because there are two things I don't fuck with: wild mushrooms and wild berries, because you'll die. They're not. Well, take that with a grain of salt. The berries are fit for eating in small amounts, but they can cause stomach upset, and they're not like hella tasty, like sweet, delicious berries, because they have there's this astringent nature to the berries. They do, however, apparently make a slammin' jam and jelly, or even a wine. But
won't that give you the rumblies?
Well, no, apparently, because it's either it's like the method of preparation, or it's just that it's like kind of not as concentrated. Plus, I think you can eat like a small amount and be okay. It just said don't like gorge on them. You don't want to use them as like sustenance. Also, some people are more sensitive to them than others. So it's like anything else that might give you the rumblies. Like person A could probably slam 15 fists of it, and person B might have one and be like, "Oh, I need a poop."
Well, and I wonder how much of it is in the skin. So a lot of the times, like with jams, I think you're primarily using the juice, whereas like preserves, you're using the whole of the fruit. So I wonder if like some of that's in the skin, and so it's not as severe in jam form. I don't know. That's interesting to think about, but it's pretty. Sure.
It looks delicious. It looks wonderful. And I'm really interested in the wine. I think I
Yeah.
might kind of give that a go. We'll see.
Hmm.
But, and another way to kind of identify it, and just an interesting little tidbit, if you crush one of the berries, it apparently smells like it smells very perfume-like.
Oh, I'm gonna have to
And
try that.
someone described it as a perfume that you and I would enjoy because it's like your classic, like floral-esque type perfume.
Oh yeah.
So, and this is coming from Piedmont Master Gardens.
Piedmont?
Piedmont. Thank you, Macy. .org. They say over there, some people describe the color as metallic purple. Others call it rosy pink, bright magenta, violet purple, or even neon violet. To my way of thinking, the color is faintly reminiscent of rosebud blossoms in the spring. Regardless of what you call it, the color is stunning.
They're going too deep into it. It's like disco purple.
It's purple.
You know? Yeah, it's like a fun, hot, like a hot purple.
Yeah. A fun, hot purple.
Yeah.
So, as mentioned before, it repels the mosquitoes because the leaves contain a chemical called, now excuse me, calcarpenol?
Sure.
Calcarpenol? PP? I don't know. But it has been shown to be as effective against mosquitoes as DEET. There is not yet well, what I was reading said there was not yet a commercially available repellent from this, but it's like in the works. They're working on it. One website I saw, a brief little aside, as long as we're bitching about stuff this episode, I want to have a quick soapbox moment about the word chemicals, because I read on one blog or something, I'm not going to say the name, somebody said, you can use these to keep away the mosquitoes because it's as good as DEET, but without the chemicals. No,
it does muddy things. Like I get what they're saying. I understand what they're saying, you know, but it's like it's missing some descriptor words, you know, and I'm guilty of doing it too. But like, it's missing, like without the harmful like manufacture,
well,
you know, you can add some other stuff in there.
And even on that level, something natural does not equal not harmful. Like we all know that,
absolutely
you
not.
know.
Yeah.
And in the case of these leaves, even big time, like the guy who runs, you know, that website Foraging Texas that I feel like we reference a lot, for that dude whose name I don't remember. He's like a doctor. He's like a fucking bioengineer or something. I don't know. But even he was like, yo, if you're going to pick these leaves and use it for a repellent, try to hang it like on your backpack or hang it from you like a necklace, or crush the leaves and rub it on your clothes, but not your skin, because that chemical, the calcarpenol, is it can be strong. Like it can hurt your skin a little bit. So keep that in mind.
I've done it. I've crushed them and put them on my ankles, and it turns you green. It definitely leaves like a dye behind. I wasn't irritated by it, but I also have really, other than on my face, I have like very tough skin.
Yeah. And of course, your mileage may vary in all things. So
yeah,
I am. There are some
best
people
to not play games unless you do like a teeny patch test, and if it's not necessary, don't.
A lot of people I saw said, "Crush this and rub it on your skin," which they said that in a way as if they had done that. So sure, I'm sure some people can. However, take this all with a grain of salt. That's my two cents. The other medical or medicinal uses of the plant are mostly, if not almost all, from what I saw, besides keeping away bugs and making things out of the berries, it comes from the root, and everything pretty much seems to be a decoction of some sort. So a decoction is like a tea, but for something really woody and thick, like bark or roots. It's used to soothe upset stomachs, or has been used traditionally to soothe upset stomachs. Dysentery, which was like a big thing. Skin irritations, dizziness, colicky babies. Again, keeping pests away, but also in the terms of keeping pests away from livestock. It would be hung off of like horses and cows and things. And anytime you need to make use of a diuretic, you can get you a little decoction of this. Drink it up.
Dude, how awful
drinking it up.
does
Dysentery?
Dysentery sound? Yes. How awful does dysentery sound?
Jesus. There's a movie called, I think it's called Behind the Painted Veil, or maybe it's just The Painted Veil. Have you ever
I feel
heard of
like I've
that?
heard of the painted veil, but I'm
The
not for
Painted
sure.
Veil. And I think that's what it was. I think it was dysentery. It was like in those times, and that's what a lot of the movie like dealt with. And you see a character go through that process, and it's
Awful.
just takes everything.
Awful.
That's the one where just all your moisture leaves and you die.
Yeah,
right?
it's like human parvo.
Yeah. Woof. Okay, so the metaphysical rolling in doesn't have massive metaphysical presence. We've got two ways to go about this. We can look into the keeping away of bugs and mosquitoes, and you can kind of use this to keep away the little metaphysical pests. So maybe you could use it as an additive to your banishing spells, or your protective spells that have more of an edge of like keep away baddies. You could also use this in some good old glamour magic.
Yeah.
Because it is the Beautyberry after all. So any kind of beauty spell, whatever that means to you, I had this vision of going out, maybe here in a second when we're done recording, and like gathering some. And I would like to keep some, maybe just kind of sprinkled out amongst my vanity, keep it around my beauty tools and my skincare. And I would like to kind of, infuse that area same way I do, because I keep like the rose quartz and around my makeup and stuff. So just kind of keeping that vibe. Again, Venus, I feel like is the deity associated here. However, I think you could probably also do other like beauty style, Persephone. So, if you have an altar to her, I feel like Beautyberry would go well there as well. And of course, you could make some jelly or wine and then incorporate that into beauty work. So if you're just trying to have a very beautiful evening with someone you care about, make the wine. And it's not like a little horny, but it's a little sweetie. Is that what we called them?
That tracks. I mean, I don't remember.
Makes sense. But that is Beautyberry.
You could also like add it to like floral arrangements, which would be really pretty. And like, especially if it kind of like fits that vibe, maybe like a wedding, or something like that, to where it's like, they're beautyberries. Like they kind of bring in that Venus-y type energy.
Yeah. And I just love the hell out of them. And they're so pretty. And I always get a good kick when I just kind of walk by one. And there it is with this little berries. And I'm like, you're such an ornamental looking dude.
Very
out here
distinct.
In the wild.
Yeah. I love them. I noticed the berries were on them. I went, when I went and got the goldenrod the other day for that Patreon video, I saw that they were out and I got all happy about it.
Goldenrod?
Golden God.
I am the golden god. Wow. Well,
yeah, man.
Let's wrap it up with a reminder. We have extended the Halloween print time. Time? Yeah, time.
And I think I'm flirting with the idea, and I'm just float it out to you and say we might sneak a little extra golden ticket in there.
Oh shit, dude!
Yeah, it'd be 3 this time.
Yeah. You know what? Halloween celebration. That's our Christmas. It's the time to celebrate, to get connected with people, have some good Samhain chats. Hey,
so there you go.
I'm with it.
And
speaking of, I guess we should hold on. If you are new or fairly new, let's go back and talk about what the golden ticket actually is.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea, because I don't even know if we have in a while.
Yeah, we haven't talked about it in a bit. So, Macy, tell them about your cute little golden ticket that you draw.
So I draw a very crudely done, not very good freehand golden ticket, which is actually not golden a lot of the time. Well, the last ones might have been. They might have been bronze. I don't know. They're black a lot of the time. They're drawn with a pen. And I draw them on the back randomly, and they get packed randomly. We don't know who gets them. typically the mailer has seen to that, but we'll figure out a system this time to where, because we're going to be shipping these out, but we will make absolutely certain that we don't know. Basically, we're going to just like put them in there and then the labels are going to go on. We will not know who gets what. And those 3 tickets they get sent out, and whoever gets them, we do hangouts, basically like Skype or like kind of like Zoom meetings. And I mean, they're often like hour and a half long, and we just hang out with you and talk to you and learn about you and where you live. And so far, most of them, all but one, have been in California.
How weird is that?
But yeah, so it's a lot of fun. We really, really enjoy it. It's really fun to like sync up with y'all and have them. They're a good time.
We can talk about anything you want. We could, look, if you want to like get on Zoom or whatever we use, like, and like do a little group spell. Hey, look, I'd be into it. Or if you just want to chat about buttholes the whole time,
which is usually what happens. And they're a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
Yeah. We enjoy
great times. Mm-hmm. So with that, I guess, look, I'm empty, dude.
I am, 'cause I am empty. I am too.
What was the Patreon shout out? Look what you did. Oh, I'm here to remind you of the mess you left.
Of the mess you left, Lillian. I think it was Lillian. It's not fair, Lillian.
Oh my goodness. Well, all right.
Oh, yep.
We'll see you next week for the big spooky special.
It's going to be a good time. It's going to be fun. I can't wait to launch this big son of a bitch.
Oh yeah, like a ship.
Yeah, it's what it feels like. It feels like a big bloated ship.
Yeah, and we're going to smash some champagne on and send out.
Yes, and then we're going to sleep.
For like a week.
Yeah, it's a lot. Like it's a lot to put together and still put out regular weekly episodes. So I will be ready when it's done.
When the episode after it comes out, we might just be like, so guys, we're talking about sandwiches today.
Yeah, we're gonna talk to you long and hard about Jesus Christ.
We might do it. We might fuck around, do a silly sode,
I might. I wouldn't be against it. And it's a nice rebound, like, because it's almost weird. Like, and once you put something like that together, because once we launch this episode that we're recording now, it's basically we are shifting entirely into spooky sode mode.
Spooky mode.
And spooky mode, man. And it's like, I'm going to almost like, once we're done with it, I almost will just be like, I could, you know what I could do? I could not research anything for a bit.
I could talk and have a good time, but I don't want to talk about ghosts.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have an afternoon tea. We'll have an afternoon tea recording and we'll just see what happens.
Cute.
Yeah.
Adorables.
We've said it out loud. And so now we have an excuse for when we actually do it.
And I'm here.
Dude, it's in my head so bad. I think I might do it for Coven Karaoke. And I
to remind you.
I love it. It's so fun. I was singing it this morning just to find out if I can. I was like, I got to find out if I can actually do that and it's not going to hurt, And I was getting into it. I was like, because if you sing that song, you can't casually sing You Ought to Know. It's not made to be casually sung. I was singing it and I had to pull the top part of my hair up because I kept getting so much spit in my hair.
Ew.
Yeah, I was really getting into it. So I'll leave you with that.
Okay, great. Yeah. I'm glad. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, Coven Karaoke today. See what happens. It might not be You Ought to Know. I change it at the last minute all the time, but come do it. It's fun. You'll get the theme when you show up.
Yeah, how many times has it been like, we're going to do, this is what it's going to be. And then the next day it's something totally different.
I don't know if I've ever done it right. I change it a lot because like a lot of the time it depends on how bad my allergies are. And that really changes what kind of voice I have that day. And so if it's like, if I'm already scratchy and rough, it's like, fuck it, Alanis, let's lean into this. But if it's not in the mood to do that and it's wanting to be smooth, then I got to change it. I can't help
Alanis.
it. Yeah, but come see what Coven Karaoke is. Come do it. Don't be shy. And you will get addicted because it's really fun once you do the first one. Just pop that cherry.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. Oh, my.
Yeah.
Well, Goodbye. Wait,
Bye.
wait. I might have missed it. I might be dumb here. But you're doing is it going to be all Alana songs or all like angsty
No,
songs?
I'm thinking, like your war song, battle songs, whatever your like kind of amp song or song that you sing to vent any high emotion, but more in the like anger or like out like tough emotion, like getting you amped, like battle songs, whatever your personal one is.
Oh, here we
Yeah.
go, Fiona Apple.
Yeah, it's a fun one, and I really enjoy it because that was the thing. I was in a great mood this morning, just screaming, "You ought to know!" And it was just a really fun time. I felt great afterwards because it's like if you sing it as her, you're getting something out.
Oh yeah.
God.
Well,
damn.
she also has a very distinctive. It's not just singing it. It's
Oh,
a
you're
smell.
growling. Yeah, you're spitting these words out, and that's like that was what was happening. Like my hair, because I was just like moving. Because if you watch her debut, I think it was on Letterman. It's incredible. It's on YouTube. I don't remember who it was on, but it was her American debut, I think, because she's from Canada. And so it's just like they introduced like Alanis Morissette, and it's like nobody knew what was coming. Nobody knew what they were about to do. Nobody knew who she was. And like you watch this video and she's tiny, and she's got her hair all long and she's got like a powerhouse band behind her. Like you recognize these people and you're like, holy shit. Like, and so, but then she just starts out with her act and she is fucking pissed and you can tell.
Hold on.
Like,
I have to look at this. Where was this on?
It's on YouTube and like read the comments. There's some people on there who are like, I watched this. I remember this being on and I remember being like, absolutely, I had no clue she was, but I immediately could not look away. And I was just seeing this person's anger live on TV.
Seething.
And she did not give a shit about it, and she was good.
What was
great.
it? Alanis Morissette, like debut?
Yeah, well, I searched because at first I thought it was on SNL, but it's not. But I just searched like Alanis Morissette SNL. But yeah, Alanis Morissette, like live debut.
Oh, here we go on David Letterman in 1995.
Yeah. It is badass, dude.
Is this the classic one where she's wearing the beanie?
I don't think she is. I don't remember, but she is wearing like it's like a kind of a long, I want to say like flannel shirt and jeans. She looks very, very not like how she's about to act,
Oh.
Yeah.
She seems, she's very kind of quiet and demure at the beginning.
But she's got like it's her mannerisms that are fascinating. But yeah, she just fucking spits it out, man. It's cool.
Yeah. Look at her shaking her hand.
So yeah, I highly recommend that watch.
Oh my God, that bass kicks in. Ooh.
Yeah.
Let's
he's
link
funky.
That. Yeah. Let's link that in this episode. I'm going to copy that and put it in there.
It's great. And this is why it was her. It was this performance that I've been channeling, which is why I had spit in my hair. You'll see why. You'll get it.
Grody. Okay. On that note, let's bounce, dude.
Yeah. How to know.
She's coughing.
I'm done. I'm not. Oh, I'm done.
I'm not. I'm going to put that at the end of the episode.